SLI stock, Standard Lithium Limited, it has come off the lows of this year 2022, which was $3.97 as of the 16th of June 2022, this year 2022. And after that it broke above its 10-day moving average, but since that time it has cooled off now, but still hovering above that 52, that low of this year 2022. And we have this piece written on Seeking Alpha. The author of the piece is Austin Craig, and he's saying that Standard Lithium, contrary to rumors, insiders are buying. So the summary of his piece is that Standard Lithium insiders are expanding how many shares they own, and he has dispelled the confusion surrounding insiders selling stock to exercise options. Stock market, okay, and is also pointing out that there is a $100 million investment from Koch and German partner for the company. And down here says he can understand how people could glance at insider sales and come away with the wrong assessment. At a glance, it appears that insiders are indeed selling, and guess what? They are. However, they are selling to acquire additional shares via options, which leads to a net increase in shares held. To sum it up, insiders are expanding the total position they have in Standard Lithium. Okay, he now went further to explain. So you'll find a link to this in the description box below. The CEO of the company is Robert Mintak, and the summary of it all is that in essence he sold 100,000 shares to acquire 600,000 shares via soon to expire options. His new balance of shares went from 1.647 million shares to 2.147 million shares, a 36.4% increase. And there are additional insiders, James Robinson. Okay, so did he increase his own position? Is it pulling up Robert Cross? Okay, we don't have the summary of James Robinson, but pulling up Robert Cross, he's saying that we can see shares go up from 307,401 as of the 4th of March 2022 to a peak of 1.649 million shares as of the 8th of March this year as well, and then dropping to 1.524 million shares 2 days later. Okay, so they're all increasing their positions based on what he has been able to deduce and conclude. So he's asking how are they playing it. So he's now simply saying owning common stock is fine, however one might sell covered calls against a portion of what they own. Okay, he's pointing to August 19 $5 call. It yields 0.4 cents a contract, giving SLI is at 4.52 per share. It says, is that okay? It's at $4.27 per share as of now. And so that gives one around that 8.8%. That gives you, given the price of $4.27 a share, this represents an 8.8% return. Granted, okay, profits will be capped at a mere $5 a share. Yet, if the stock continues to trade sideways, it might prove to be profitable. It might prove to be profitable to sell these as one awaits for a catalyst to impact the stock. So, according to Investopedia, covered call is the term covered call refers to a financial transaction in which the investor selling call options on an equivalent amount of the underlying security. So if you're selling one contract, then you have 100 shares. Okay, to execute this, an investor who holds a long position in the asset, that is if you own 100 shares of SLI or indeed any other stock, then writes or sells call options on that same asset to generate income stream. The investor's long position in the asset is the cover, because it means the seller can deliver the shares if the buyer of the call option chooses to exercise. Okay, so the takeaways is that the covered call is a popular option strategy used to generate income in the form of option premiums. Investors only expect a minimum increase or decrease in the underlying stock price for the life of the option when they execute a covered call. to execute a covered call, an investor holds a long position in an asset, then sells call options on the same asset. Covered calls are often employed by those who intend to hold the underlying stock for a long time but do not expect an appreciable price increase in the near term. This strategy is ideal for investors who believe the underlying price will not move much over the near term. So look at that's the August 19 $5 call, $5 strike. So I believe when you're selling, you're going to sell at this price. I believe you're going to sell at this price. That's, I believe, yes, that will be the case. You sell at 0.25 per share per contract, but obviously this will vary because the market is closed at the moment. So if the market begins to trade, it might be a totally different price altogether. So and covered calls are available to anybody who owns a position. I mean, anybody who signs up for option trading. It's a level 1 or a level 0 according to based on Charles Schwab. It's a level 0 provision for any stock trader. So we are on approval level for us is level 2, which is the third level. So level 0 is the lowest level. At that sort of level, you'll be able to trade covered calls and probably covered puts. So that sort of strategy is one anybody can actually get involved in, not only in SLI stock, or indeed one can get involved in any other stock as well. One deems fit. If you've been able to see the gain in doing so, especially if the price of the stock is hasn't been volatile of late. So the trend analysis is that SLI appears to be in a strong bearish trend. Shares below a declining 200-day moving average, and the MACD is beneath this signal line. It's also underperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for SLI is strongly bearish. The 14-period stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. But at the same time, the unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer-term selling pressure has given way to near-term accumulation by traders. So momentum is poor, but market participants are gradually picking up the shares. I think that is, amongst other things, the reason why. Given this rally from this 2022 lows, and this sideways movement we have just seen of late. If you sum up all of that, you can conclude that yes, indeed, buyers are pretty much buying relative to the poor momentum. So we had an ambitious target of $9.34, and we're still maintaining that 9.34. The last time it was at that sort of level was this probably 9.34. It hasn't reached that sort of level this year as well. Last time it was at that sort of level was as of the end of 2021. So at the end of 2021 it was at 9.82. So that's a very, very ambitious target. So but we are still there, we're still maintaining it. Okay, so watch this video. We covered about American ABML stock. We recommend that you watch this video, the next one after this, if you like. American ABML stock. This ABML is also another lithium stock. So watch it and see what's going on there, whether you see any connection, any similarities in pattern between SLI and ABML. So thank you very much for watching this